Northwest Technicals joined the fight around the newspaper building. But they are too late. Punky has entered the house. On Southwest Road, I tried to re-establish dominance. Things are falling apart. Punky is pressuring me on all fronts. My men have found documents proving the regime's corruption at the newspaper building. They must escape. Kato Group pulls back to flank the enemy attacking Dog Center. Get out of there. Save the documents. Dog Sector is now my last hope. I will try to extract intel from the school. My chances of finding their leader grow slim, but if I can find the school rosters... With the school rosters, I could enhance recruitment efforts. So Dog Sector must hold out for more time. But my front line is held by corpses and dying men. There is no time. Their final assault has begun. I must sacrifice my men to save my leaders. Get to the Toyota. Smoke is deployed, and my chiefs make a run for it. Kato Group braves the BTR's Big Daka to support Dog Group. All effort is put on extracting the school intel. But Dog Highest Command has no faith in the Toyota. A foolish mistake. Others make the ultimate sacrifice to secure Dog Lieutenant's escape. They must make their way on foot. The battle is lost. I can only hope that my men can make their escape on their own. It was a bloody and brutal engagement, and Punky has gotten the best of me. I have lost over 400 men and 30 vehicles. We did not find our VIP, and any intel gathered has not made it back. Punky's battalion of elite police commandos has suffered a bloody nose, but enjoys a major victory. My greatest success was Kato Group's mad dash on the south and southeast road. Foot-stalking infantry is slow. The technical, on the other hand, is speed incarnate. Delivering said infantry into good position, giving me an advantage. I was even able to react to Punky's advance and hastily reinforce the first group with another group. Giving me this beautiful ambush. Prettiest thing I've seen in combat mission so far. But Kato Group was also my bitterest failure. VPIEDs failed to breach the wall. The first one blew up spectacularly, just not in position. The second one had the triggerman still riding shotgun, where he was unable to receive target commands. Disappointing. Triggerman is left behind while the driver speeds forward. Proper area target issued on that damn wall. But maybe Triggerman's view is obstructed by the dust trail. Or perhaps VPIED's bloodlust cannot be sated by a lifeless wall. Either way, no explosion for me. Even trying to get my own people to destroy the car showed no success. making Kato's advance pointless. Northern's flank had the max difficulty setting. Bird and elk groups were exposed to massive suppressive fire from many BTRs and machine guns from advantageous positions. I was slow to deploy my troops there, walking them forward at a leisurely pace. Which resulted in Punky gaining the objectives before me and catching my men unprepared and in the open. From then and onwards, we witnessed Punky's masterful display of fire and maneuver tactics, suppressing the shit out of my men while advancing. I tried to spread out on the many floors of the newspaper building, but it only exposed my men to more fire. The range was also in Punky's favor. Most of his men were veteran, while most of men were typically unconventional, meaning conscripts and green. I liked the big Dakar technicals. They could throw a punch, taking out a BTR sometimes. But a harsh word and an evil glare would cow them. Northeast sector got utterly destroyed by superior firepower. And newspaper building was holding on by a thread. In desperation, I sent drivers to hold the flank and pulled back the remaining technicals to the center. The drivers barely slowed down Punky's men. Despite Bird or Elk Group having some of my best men, veteran quality troops, they just got overwhelmed by superior firepower and range, leaving them suppressed most of the time and unable to fight back. With northeast flank wide open, Punky advanced BTRs to exploit, threatening my rear routes and hindering my mobility. I still got this double kill with my last northeast team. Hell yeah. The technicals got their 15 seconds of combat before being rendered useless. It was too little, too late. Punky stormed the building. "15 minutes of an apocalyptic firestorm had killed dozens of my fighters and left the rest cowering in fear. There were no survivors. I got utterly and completely crushed in the northern half of the map. Let's talk about the technicals. I brought a lot of them. Maybe not enough though. And they only had the typical insurgent low experience. I think they are one of the coolest unit in Combat Mission Shock Force 2. but they might have more color variety, for they are a bit uniform. Speed is king, and it showed on the southeast flank. There I could position my men early. And there I had the most successes, and was able to hold Punky off the longest. In hindsight, I wish I had more of the transport pickups. It might have altered the northern flank's crushing defeat. But even with speed and gorgeous good looks, the technical is a fragile flower. And it is crewed by the choosiest and most specialized of peoples. A driver will not touch another man's car, for example. And all weapons mounted on the technicals are biometrically locked to their gunners. And those gunners seem to have the biggest heads known to mankind, and usually get shot first. Rendering the combat technical useless. But look at how cool they are! My favorite was the big Takateki, the one with the Dishka autocannon. I felt they had the most successes in hurling pain downrange. This big machine gun sounds awesome and can even take out a BTR. Automatic fire rate, tracer ammo, even my barely trained ninja warriors could hit stuff. So freaking cool. I wish I had more of those, or had used them more. They are, after all, also a fragile flower. Next up is the SPG Techie, inferior in all ways to the Big Taka. Perhaps due to the quality of their crew. They had no tracers and a single shot rate of fire. So they missed a lot of their shot. Maybe if they had more experience, they would have been more useful. But overall, I was disappointed with their performance in this battle. Lastly, we have the small Takateki, the uselessest of them all. Worked best as a bullet sponge and a decoy troop for my troops and other assets. I doubt I will ever use them again, unless I absolutely have to. But all types of technicals have the same weakness. They are weak as shit. Everything will kill them. But even burning, they are so cool. Even almost hits can kill technicals. Even threats of danger can kill the technical. But I still want to use them. And I hope the devs will fix the crew possessiveness feature. And maybe in the future the loader might be able to fire the gun as well. At least for the Taka Taka ones. It would be really cool if just anybody could replace the crew of a technical. Or if the crew were a bit better armed, SMGs or the smaller AKs would be awesome. They are just fighters in a car, yes? Finally, I would like to thank Punky for an excellent match. He submitted to my special needs for this battle, bringing only what he would imagine to be a local QRF force. I might do a follow-up battle in the future. Thank you for watching.